Right, so back pages. Well, it's dominated by Ollie Watkins. So the Daily Express have gone with "This is what it means." Mirror, Ollie Day in Greece. The Sun, H-bomb with Times going, "Carsley's gamble pays off." With a number of people texting in this morning just saying, should Ollie Watkins start on Sunday, Gabs?
Listen, I think he done very well yesterday, Ollie Watkins, but we have to not forget how good Harry Kane is. When fit, which he was in the Euros, he's not our leading goal scorer for no reason. I would bring Harry Kane back in, or I'd give Solanke a chance as well. Just so we can see different options, because you never know if players get injured. When you're looking at the qualifiers and the World Cup, you want to see what other players can do. So I'll probably start Watkins or Solanke.
Ollie Watkins does stretch the defence, doesn't he? Because
yes.
Harry Kane, when he drops deep, he kind of makes that area within the midfield that Jude Bellingham wants to come through, or Phil Foden, or whoever we've got at that time. He compacts that. So Ollie Watkins...
Look at the Euros. I felt like running on the pitch and running in behind, because everyone come to feet, didn't they? It was Kane to feet, Foden off the left to feet, Saka to feet. We didn't have no runners in behind. So you are right there with Watkins making them runs.
I suppose with Thomas Tuchel, when he starts in January, do you see him dropping Harry Kane, bearing in mind the relationship they built at Bayern Munich?
Not one bit, can you?
No.
He was a talisman under, I think, his record, wasn't it? He got the record Bundesliga goals under Thomas Tuchel. So I don't see him dropping him. But if Harry Kane's injured like he was in the Euros and he's not performing, I'm sure we'll look at the options that we've got. If Solanke's scoring goals for Spurs at that time, Ollie Watkins will be. He's a natural goal scorer. But I do think Harry Kane will be the striker that takes us into the World Cup.
In terms of the captaincy, that's still to be decided.
Oh, yeah.
Should Harry Kane keep the captaincy?
It all depends on... Some managers might want a midfielder or a defender as their captain. You never know. That was common in teams I played in. Sometimes it have to be a centre-half or centre midfielder. But he might look at Harry Kane, the job he's done so far, not want to upset him. Had him at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I think it'd be odd if he took it away from him. Unless you're making the decision, I'm not going to play you anymore. Like, I'm dropping you. I think it would be a very harsh thing.
Especially
to take
a player
away
that he knows and played every game.
Record goal scorer,
exactly.
all that. I just think that might be a bit harsh.
As for the other players that have stated their claim from last night, Morgan Gibbs-White had a great game. We saw Curtis Jones scoring on his debut. Also, another interesting one is the wingers in terms of Noni Madueke played really well. Wow. Putting the pressure on Bukayo Saka maybe.
But that's good news for you Arsenal fans, isn't it? You can have some more time off.
You
can have a
breather for once.
Not 90 minutes every game for England. Now, listen, you want competition, don't you? You want to be going into March international break and say, you know what, Madueke, always pushing Saka. And he looks like a confident lad, Madueke. I put a tweet out last night about I want Leon Bailey to be doing what Madueke done last night. Get to the byline, not always cutting inside.
I love that, going to the byline.
Not always inside onto your favourite left foot. You can go down the byline and use your weaker foot, just get into the box. That's what you get frustrated at Aston Villa watching the wingers, always want to cut inside. Curtis Jones as well. And if you're the players that are pulled out, you're probably looking at it and saying, I won't be pulling out again. Because you've got no one's going to speak about the players that pulled out now that they were missed, because so many players come in and done very well.
And credit to Morgan Gibbs-White, who actually helped set up that Curtis Jones goal. Yes. I mean, the fact that he just, fed the ball out to Jude Bellingham and fed it back, and then Curtis Jones. I mean, that back heel.
It's cheeky as well.
Especially on debut. That takes courage.
I remember scoring one of them for the under-21s. England 21s against Wales, and it's just like, yes, it's true, Natalie.
Was it as good?
I don't think there's any record of this goal.
It wasn't as good. Can we get that up on black and white TV? But it's one of them that, like, when it comes into you like that, it's just natural to just be like, let's just flick it. If it goes in, it goes in. If not, it doesn't. But it's an outstanding finish, of course. And Curtis Jones, if you look at the build-up, where he runs from, he's on the edge of his box, and he's sprinting to get forward, and then got what he deserved and reward for getting in the box. It just showed that they all played with confidence. There was one bit in the second half where Curtis Jones was getting the ball fed into him on the edge of the box, loads of Greece players around him, and he just kept getting out of it. Just so comfortable on the ball, one-touch passing. I thought he was outstanding, and he's got to get consistency now. That's been the problem with Curtis Jones at Liverpool. Can you be consistent to keep your place in that Liverpool side?
But these are all players that won the European Championships together under Lee Carsley with that Euro under-21 side. So they know that the connections are there and the confidence is there. And I think we saw that last night.
Yep, and it's such a privilege to have these young players available, Because you've got players in that team, haven't you, like Kyle Walker, Harry Kane in their 30s. You know, you want these young players coming through because they might be really important coming the next tournament.
Yeah, very much so. Sunday, we will see what happens with Lee Carsley and that final team that he has to announce before Thomas Tuchel
These
takes
Arsenal
over.
players pulling out Declan Rice, Saka, shocking.
Don't need
Quiet,
to, do we?
otherwise I'll
Don't
play
need
more
them.
disco.
Oh,
You watch out.
no, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
we
sorry.
want more disco.
We do.
Keep talking. Katie, for now, thank you very much. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.